Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Someone who waits on or tends to or attends to the needs of another. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Physically untoughened. Tender feet. Propose a payment. Hurting. The tender spot on his jaw. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Tenderize meat. Having or displaying warmth or affection. A tender glance. Used boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Ship that usually provides supplies to other ships. Car attached to a locomotive to carry fuel and water. Easy to cut or chew. Tender beef. Given to sympathy or gentleness or sentimentality. A tender heart. Make a tender of, in legal settlements. Offer or present for acceptance. Of plants, not hardy, easily killed by adverse growing condition. Tender green shoots. Young and immature. At a tender age. Someone who waits on or tends to or attends to the needs of another. A person who is present and participates in a meeting. Occurring with or following as a consequence. An excessive growth of bureaucracy, with attendant problems. An event or situation that happens at the same time as or in connection with another. Being present, at a meeting or event, etc. Attendant members of the congregation. Someone who waits on or tends to or attends to the needs of another. A person who is present and participates in a meeting. He was a regular attender at department meetings. Someone who listens attentively. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. Walk heavily. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. Machine consisting of a heavy bar that moves vertically for pounding or crushing ores. Raise in a relief. Treat or classify according to a mental stereotype. A small adhesive token stuck on a letter or package to indicate that postal fees have been paid. A symbol that is the result of printing or engraving. He put his stamp on the envelope. A small piece of adhesive paper that is put on an object to show that a government tax has been paid. A device incised to make an impression, used to secure a closing or to authenticate documents. The distinctive form in which a thing is made. A block or die used to imprint a mark or design. Affix a stamp to. Are the letters properly stamped? A type or class. More men of his stamp are needed. Crush or grind with a heavy instrument. Stamp fruit extract the juice. Destroy or extinguish as if by stamping with the foot. Stamp out tyranny. Form or cut out with a mold, form, or die. Stamp needles. Reveal clearly as having a certain character. His playing stamps him as a romantic. To mark, or produce an imprint in or on something. A man whose name is permanently stamped on our maps. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Someone who cuts or carves stone. Someone who carves the meat. A cutting implement. A tool for cutting. A sailing vessel with a single mast set further back than the mast of a sloop. Someone whose work is cutting, as e.g. cutting cloth for garments. A boat for communication between ship and shore. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Physically untoughened. Bridge. The number of tricks a bridge player is willing to contract to make. Propose a payment. Ask someone in a friendly way to do something. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. An attempt to get something. He made a bid to gain attention. An authoritative direction or instruction to do something. Invoke upon. Bid farewell. Ask for or request earnestly. The prophet bid all people to become good persons. Make a demand, as for a card or a suit or a show of hands. Make a serious effort to attain something. His campaign bid for the attention of the poor population. Propose a payment. The Swiss dealer offered $2 million for the painting. Offer verbally. He offered his sympathy. Agree freely. I offered to help with the dishes, but the hostess would not hear of it. Ask someone to marry you. A usually brief attempt. Mount or put up. Offer resistance. Something offered, as a proposal or bid. Noteworthy new offerings for investors included several index funds. The verbal act of offering. A generous offer of assistance. Make available, provide. The bank offers a good deal on new mortgages. Present as an act of worship. Offer prayers to the gods. Present for acceptance or rejection. She offered us all a cold drink. Make available for sale. The stores are offering specials on sweaters this week. Make available or accessible, provide or furnish. The conference center offers a health spa. Produce or introduce on the stage. The Shakespeare Company is offering King Lear this month. Put forward for consideration. He offered his opinion. Threatened to do something. I offered to leave the committee if they did not accept my proposal. Informal terms for nakedness. In the raw. Hurting. Lacking training or experience. Raw recruits. Used of wood and furniture. Raw wood. Used informally, completely unclothed. Used especially of commodities, being unprocessed or manufactured using only simple or minimal processes. Raw wool. Devoid of elaboration or diminution or concealment, bare and pure. Raw fury. Not processed or subjected to analysis. Raw data. Unpleasantly cold and damp. Brutally unfair or harsh. Received raw treatment from his friends. having the surface exposed and painful. A raw wound. Not processed or refined. Raw sewage. Not treated with heat to prepare it for eating. Untempered and unrefined. Raw talent. Hurting. Able to feel or perceive. Someone who serves as an intermediary between the living and the dead. Being susceptible to the attitudes, feelings, or circumstances of others. Sensitive to the local community and its needs. Of or pertaining to classified information or matters affecting national security. Responsive to physical stimuli. A mimosa's leaves are sensitive to touch. Roused to anger. Sore over a remark. Hurting. Causing misery or pain or distress. It was a sore trial to him. An open skin infection. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Tenderize meat. Having or displaying warmth or affection. Affectionate children. Extravagantly or foolishly loving and indulgent. Hopelessly spoiled by a fond mother. Followed by, of, or, to, having a strong preference or liking for. Fond of chocolate. Having or displaying warmth or affection. A fond embrace. Absurd or silly because unlikely. Fond hopes of becoming president. Having or displaying warmth or affection. Start by cranking. Crank up the engine. Rotate with a crank. A whimsically eccentric person. An amphetamine derivative, trade name methadone, used in the form of a crystalline hydrochloride, used as a stimulant to the nervous system and as an appetite suppressant. A hand tool consisting of a rotating shaft with parallel handle. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Travel along a zigzag path. A bad-tempered person. Bend into the shape of a crank. Fasten with a crank. Easily irritated or annoyed. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Ship that usually provides supplies to other ships. Difficult to handle, requiring great tact. Delicate negotiations with the big powers. Easily broken or damaged or destroyed. A kite too delicate to fly safely. Easily hurt. A baby's delicate skin. Developed with extreme delicacy and subtlety. Exquisitely fine and subtle and pleasing, susceptible to injury. A delicate violin passage. Marked by great skill, especially in meticulous technique. A surgeon's delicate touch. Of an instrument or device, capable of registering minute differences or changes precisely. Almost undetectable with even the most delicate instruments. Not brilliant or glaring. The moon cast soft shadows. Used chiefly as a direction or description in music, soft, in a quiet, subdued tone. produced with vibration of the vocal cords. Out of condition, not strong or robust, incapable of exertion or endurance. He was too soft for the army. Of light, transmitted from a broad light source or reflected. Easily hurt. Soft hands. Having little impact. A soft, or light, tapping at the window. Tolerant or lenient. Too soft on the children. Mild and pleasant. A soft breeze. In a relaxed manner, or without hardship. Not burdensome or demanding, born or done easily and without hardship. A soft job. Soft and mild, not harsh or stern or severe. Compassionate and kind, conciliatory. He was soft on his children. Of a commodity or market or currency, falling or likely to fall in value. The market for computers is soft. Of sound, relatively low in volume. Soft voices. Of speech sounds, produced with the back of the tongue raised toward the hard palate, characterized by a hissing or hushing sound, as s and shish. Using evidence not readily amenable to experimental verification or refutation. Soft data. Willing to negotiate and compromise. Yielding readily to pressure or weight. Not protected against attack, especially by nuclear weapons. Soft targets. Causing physical discomfort. Bites of black flies are more than irritating, they can be very painful. Causing misery or pain or distress. The painful process of growing up. Exceptionally bad or displeasing. A painful performance. Causing physical or psychological pain. Worked with painful slowness. Feeling or showing love and affection. Loving parents. Affording no ease or reassurance. Suffering from severe mental illness. Subject to change, variable. Everything was unstable following the coup. Disposed to psychological variability. His rather unstable religious convictions. Highly or violently reactive. Sensitive and highly unstable compounds. Lacking stability or fixity or firmness. Unstable political conditions. Pleasantly cold and invigorating. Crisp clear nights and frosty mornings. Of something seen or heard, clearly defined. The crisp snap of dry leaves underfoot. Brief and to the point, effectively cut short. A crisp retort. A thin crisp slice of potato fried in deep fat. Tender and brittle. Crisp potato chips. Make brown and crisp by heating. Crisp potatoes. Of hair, in small tight curls. Make wrinkles or creases on a smooth surface. Make a pressed, folded or wrinkled line in. Crisp, is archaic. Pleasingly firm and fresh. Crisp lettuce. Able to be chewed or cut. Made tender as by marinating or pounding.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.